About spring cologne fragrances, luxury for less. Let's get right into it with this Armaf Legacy, which is a Platinum Ego East clone. I love Platinum Ego East. This is not exactly like Platinum Ego East. There are some differences, but gets you in that ballpark. It's pretty close, and it's a really nice fragrance. It doesn't smell cheap at all. It's a fresh, fougere, green, spicy, woody. You're going to get the lavender, rosemary, and petitgrain off the top. Typical of that barbershop fougere style. Some florals in the mids like rose, jasmine, and there's some galbanum, sage. As it dries down, you're getting musk, oak moss, and the woods. And just a well-blended fragrance. Maybe 80% like Platinum Ego East if you wear side by side. It's got some minor differences. Just a really nice green, aromatic, woody, lavender, fresh, spicy, herbal fragrance, perfect for springtime. This might be something for maybe an older gentleman. I'm not sure younger people necessarily want to smell like this. I would say this is at least probably 30 and above would want to smell like this. And there might be some younger dudes that like these barbershop fougères, and that's good. But I think it's mainly going to be for the older gentleman, the Platinum Ego East DNA. And this is a great interpretation of it. Error 418 from Dua is 212 Heroes from Carolina Herrera. Great fragrance, man. I love that one in the springtime. Great cannabis note in this, and in the original and as this. I have both. I have the original too, and I wear it all the time. And I wear this one quite a bit too. This is actually my second bottle of this. Before I got the original, I went through a whole bottle of this. I just like this scent profile. The pear with the cannabis note in this are just the outstanding notes you're going to pick up. It is sort of a youthful type fragrance. It's 212 Heroes Forever Young is like the real name of it, Forever Young's tag to it. It does kind of give off like a youthful scent profile, but I like it. I like smelling youthful, I guess. It's sweet, synthetic, fresh, spicy, woody. You're going to get pear and ginger right out of the gate. Really nice pear note. The ginger's a nice note too. Geranium and sage in the mids, and then as it dries down, you start picking up a little bit of leather and musk, but it's light. It's not a whole lot of leather, and the musk is a real nice like white musk. And this is really close to the original. It's just kind of like the original on steroids. It's just got all the notes amped up and projected good, and it's got a great cannabis note, and it's used once again in this fragrance. I got a 2-for-1 deal here. These are both clone Elysium All Intense. First one is Supernova Clone Intense from Dua, and the second one is Zion Intense from Alexandria Fragrances. And both of these are pretty close to the original. They're in that 80-85% close range. I actually prefer the Dua in this case. It just projects really strong. The notes are really amped up. And the original is even, I've got a 10 milliliter original, and it's got really strong, it even outperforms the Dua, so it's got great performance. And this one's got really good performance. This one, the notes aren't quite as amped up. It's a little more subtle, and it doesn't project as hard, but it smells pretty close to it. It's in that 80-85% range, it's pretty close to it. And I really like that flanker of the Elysium. It's definitely got the Elysium core DNA, but it's got these green notes, and like some of the fruit notes are amped up. It's a little more fruity, and there's this really nice rhubarb note added to it. You're going to get a ton of rhubarb in this fragrance. So it's got a bunch of notes. I'm not going to post them all up here like all these Roges do. But basically, just took in the DNA and amped up a rhubarb note, some fruits, a little more floral touches to it too, but it's a typical Elysium DNA. You can easily catch it in there, and it's definitely a little greener. That's why I like to wear this one in the spring more. And these are two great interpretations of it. And if you want to get smell luxury for less, these are a couple ways of doing it. I love the original Creed Viking, and I've tried a bunch of clones of it, and this is the closest one I found to it. This is almost spot on, off a little bit, but it's in that 85% range. This is Opulenta Flame from Emir, and it catches a lot of the nuances of Creed Viking, which I love. It's spicy, fresh, woody. There's some citrus notes. It's green. That's why I like to wear it in the spring a lot. There's a little bit of a green tone to it, and sort of an old school, Old Spice type scent. It's kind of like that, but modernized twist on that DNA, and I love it. You get a lot of peppermint, lemon, bergamot, pink pepper, and orange off the top. There's also like an absinthe note in it, like the alcohol absinthe note. You can kind of pick it up. In this one too, in the original, you can really pick it up. There's some rose, some other florals in it, some jasmine, some lavender, and then there's some woods, tonka bean, musk, and vetiver as it dries down. There's vetiver all throughout this fragrance. Just a real nice, clean barbershop fougere style, sort of old school, but I love it. It's a great fragrance, and this is a great clone of it for a fraction of the price. Silver Fluid from Dua is Gentle Fluidity Silver by MFK. Love the original version of this fragrance, and this is really close. This is like an amped up version of that, just like Dew always does this thing, and just projects, and the notes are all amped up. It's a really clean fragrance with like an herbal vibe. It's sort of like a luxurious and wealthy smelling to me, and it's unique and different from all like other standard clean fragrances or whatever. This is a great scent profile MFK came up with, and Dew did a good job on this. It's a fresh, woody, spicy. It's kind of got a green tone to it, aquatic. There's this juniper berry note in here. It's got like a gin smell to it. There's some vanilla, musk, woods, coriander, and nutmeg, but those notes are a little confusing. It does just have a silver tone to it, and just a great fragrance all around. Just an easy one to wear. Pretty versatile for any occasion too. You can wear this anytime, like spring or summer. It's aromatic and like these fresh spices going on in it, and Dew killed it on this one. It's a really. I have a 10 milliliter, the original I wear sometimes, but this one's really close, and so is the Alexandria. They're both really good. So either version you get is going to be really close to the original, and yeah, I love this scent profile. Haramain Amber Oud Carbon Edition. This is like a mashup fragrance to me. It's kind of like a part green Irish tweed and part cool water, which those have some similarities too. So it's like a mashup of those two. I own both of those two. I've worked side by side, and it's kind of, yeah, it's like a mix up of those two. It's got some aquatic tones to it. It's fresh, citrus, fougere style a little bit. Some green tones to it, kind of like green Irish tweed. Right out of the gate, you get the bergamot, lavender, and rosemary, and then you're getting these marine tones the whole time with some sage and geranium. And as it dries down, you get the amber, woods, vetiver, and some of the like oak moss. So it's a nice fragrance. Quality's pretty decent on this. I get great performance in this bottle too. I've had this one quite a while though, and yeah, this is a great springtime wear. Even works in the warmer weather, but I prefer this in spring because it's got a lot of green tones to it. Right, Maahir Legacy from Lattafa, the horse bottle. Yeah, this one gets me the most compliments of any fragrance I wore back in the Honda days when I was working at Honda. I always get tons of compliments on this. So it's supposed to be a clone of Sedley from PDM, and it's in the ballpark. It gives you that experience. I mean, it's not exactly like it, but it's pretty close. It's fresh, citrus, got some green notes. It's aquatic. It's got some spices. It's got a lemon soda, like a lemon Sprite soda kind of feeling to it. When I first spray it, I get a lot of like a lemon Sprite type feeling. The mint and lime are like really vibrant in this, and it's kind of like a smooth, energetic scent profile when you first spray it. And then it kind of dries down. It's got this muskiness to it that I really like. Yes, and that transition's pretty nice. For a cheap fragrance, this one's a straight up compliment king. I really like it, and I've had this a long while, and taste started changing and moving on to some of these simpler scent profiles, because this isn't a real complex scent profile, but this one is still a joy to wear every time I wear it. I always think, why don't I wear this more? And yeah, like I said, back in my working days, this one got compliments every time I wore it. So yeah, great, easy to pull, dumb reach clone fragrance of Sedley. Last one up is another Dew. This is Error 416, which is a Bad Boy Le Parfum from Carolina Herrera. And this is really close. I have the original on this too, and this is really close. Just like an amped up version of it, like Dew likes to do. It's sort of a sweet, synthetic, fruity, spicy, green scent profile. And like the other Bad Boy I talked about earlier, it's got that cannabis note. And Dew's cannabis note, once again, is really nice in this. So you get cannabis and grapefruit right out of the gate. So it's got that nice bright tone to it to start it out. Then it's got black pepper, geranium in the mids, kind of rounding it out. And then as it dries down, and right from the opening, really, you get this leather and like a dirty vetiver note. So it's got kind of a darker base to it with that leather note. So interesting combination there with the bright fragrances and the green cannabis notes with that leather. And I love it. It's an intoxicating scent profile to me, and I love the original. And I think Dew did a great job on this one. So yeah, I love this alternative version of that one. All right, me and Inky appreciate you guys taking the time to watch. If you could, like, subscribe, and comment. That helps the algorithm.